Hello Airlight, welcome to another safety and health training session. Today's discussion is designed to provide you with information about how to prevent the spread of disease whether you're at work, at home, or in the community. More than likely, you have heard the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, is responding to an outbreak of a respiratory disease caused by a virus first detected in China. This particular virus is new, and the disease it causes has been named Coronavirus Disease 2019, or COVID-19. The disease caused by this virus is receiving great attention around the globe due to the potential impact it could have. Since there is so much information available, it is especially important to follow reliable and accurate sources and not take information from social media at face value. Lori Bruckner from Human Resources will share more about this.
Thank you, Jim. Jim is right. Good information is critical to responding to any disease. I want to share sources for facts and information regarding this specific health threat and the resources available to you and your family as employees of Airlight. Two good resources for reliable facts and details about this potential health threat include the CDC's coronavirus webpage, as well as the World Health Organization's website. The role of both of these organizations is to protect America from health, safety, and security threats. These websites are updated daily with the most up-to-date information. If you and your family members are enrolled in our current healthcare plan, you can contact telehealth services offered through Blue Cross and Blue Shield if any covered members are experiencing symptoms such as fever, shortness of breath, or a cough. This service is easy to access from home by downloading the Amwell app and provides access to a healthcare professional 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you experience these symptoms at work, our managers and supervisors can contact a 24-hour occupational health service used by Airlight to provide guidance and advice. In addition to having current information about diseases, it is also important to have good information about our mental and emotional well-being. It's not unusual for people to have heightened levels of anxiety in situations such as this, and it is completely rational to be anxious when we're not certain of how a situation will play out. There's a difference, though, between feeling uneasy about a scary and uncertain subject and being anxious to the point of hindering your sleep and daily life. Seeking help from a mental health professional is advised if worry becomes overwhelming. Remember that Airlight provides such assistance to all employees and their families through our Employee Assistance Program. Information is available through your supervisor or Human Resources.
Thank you, Lori. That's good information. Your safety and health is always a priority at Airlight, and this training is intended to provide everyday preventative actions to help avoid the spread of any infectious disease, including colds and flu. Today, Mike White and I will discuss how we can prevent the spread of infectious diseases at work, at home, and in the community. First, let's discuss what we know about the spread of virus that can cause disease. When someone infected with the virus coughs, sneezes, or exhales, they release droplets of infected fluid. Most of these droplets fall on nearby surfaces and objects such as desks, tables, computer keyboards, etc. People catch a cold or the flu by touching these surfaces or objects, then touching their eyes, their nose, or their mouth. If they are standing within arm's length of a person with the virus, they can catch it by breathing in the droplets. To help prevent any kind of disease from spreading, there are two things we must do to protect ourselves and our families, each other and our communities. First, follow the standard hygiene practices we use every day here at Airlight Plastics. And two, report and seek appropriate medical treatment for any symptoms you might have. Now Mike will discuss standard hygiene practices we can follow to reduce our chances of spreading disease at work, at home, and in the community.
You're already probably well aware of the expectations set for good hygiene practices. We must be extra diligent during the cold and flu season about these hygiene practices. We can avoid picking up these viruses in a number of ways. Wash and sanitize your hands frequently, especially before preparing food, after sneezing or coughing, after using the restroom, and before touching your face. Avoid touching your face and eyes with unwashed hands. Turn your head and cover your mouth with a tissue or the elbow of your sleeve. Avoid shaking hands or other physical contact with others. Use an elbow tap or simply nod and smile at the person. Sanitize surfaces other people routinely touch before you touch them, such as computer keyboard and mouse, equipment touchpads, handles and knobs, break room tables, toilet seats. If you're at home or out in the community, sanitize surfaces or wash your hands after touching door handles and knobs, phones, grocery store carts, checkout keypads, exercise equipment.
Thank you, Mike. Sanitizing products or alcohol wipes are available on the production floor and in office areas to sanitize surfaces and clean equipment like your keyboard and mouse. Use it. Please follow normal safety protocols for use and disposal of all sanitizing products, especially those with flammable liquids such as alcohol. Mike, would you please share information about reporting and properly treating symptoms?
Sure, Jim. First, it is important to recognize the symptoms of an illness that can spread to your family, friends, and coworkers. While a common cold may include a runny or stuffy nose, sore throat, cough, sneezing, and congestion, you may have a virus if these symptoms are accompanied by a fever or chills, significant body aches, and fatigue. If you feel sick or have a fever, inform your supervisor and stay home. If you have a fever or are not feeling well while at work, please tell your supervisor or manager immediately. Our customers and your coworkers are counting on you to do the right thing when it comes to protecting yourself and others from the spread of diseases.
Thank you, Mike. Lori, let's circle back to the COVID-19 virus for a moment. Is there anything specific to this virus Airlight employees need to be aware of?
Yes, Jim. The symptoms of this virus are very similar to influenza and include a fever, cough, and shortness of breath, and can appear 2 to 14 days after exposure. Once the symptoms develop, the illness lasts up to 2 weeks. To prevent the spread of COVID-19, please notify Human Resources of any of the following. If you have a confirmed case of COVID-19, if you have a fever, cough, and/or shortness of breath, if you have been overseas or plan to travel overseas in the near future, if you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19. In addition, if you develop symptoms, separate yourself from others and call your doctor immediately. Please note you may be required to provide a doctor's release to return to work. Airlight has a team working together to keep a close eye on the virus and the potential impact it could have on our employees and our business. Rest assured, our managers and supervisors will communicate updates during pre-shift meetings and safety committee meetings, and HR will provide additional information as it's available. You're always free to speak with your manager or contact HR if you have questions or need more information.
Thank you, Lori. What you have shared with us today has been very informative and helpful. In closing, take care of your health and remember to practice good hygiene by washing your hands regularly and thoroughly, avoid touching your face, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough, sanitize surfaces people routinely touch, and avoid physical contact where possible. Do not come to work if you have a fever or feel sick. If you are at work and develop a fever, cough, or shortness of breath, notify Human Resources immediately. And when you're doing these things, remember the 4 people that count on you to come home safe and healthy. Be healthy, Airlight.